Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome back to a brand new setup, and also the weekly update video for RuneScape 3 RS3. Now this week, we actually just have the Mental Health Awareness Week, which is a very important week, actually, let's be fair and honest here. So, if you're not familiar with what the Mental Health Awareness is, Jagex actually likes to take it upon and raise awareness for people for the CPSL Mind, Rise Above the Disorder, and the Prince's Trust, and it all takes place in Lumber's Crater, and this will last from May 18th to May 24th, so it actually already started today, and it does say that each day they'll have a new question for you to answer, or to ask you, answer correctly, and you'll get an XP lamp, so that's absolutely fantastic. And then while you're around in the world, skilling or doing whatever you want to be doing, you can get charity tokens, which can be exchanged for prizes, which there's usually an armor set and a pet, which again is the same as this year. You have the Bastion of Fortitude armor set, and Eugene the Brain pet. And if you see here in the top left, actually, you can actually see the pet and the armor actually right here. Next up, we have walk markers enabled on PC. So what this is that on RuneScape Mobile, there are walk markers to indicate where your character will move to next. And so lots of us were actually asking what this could be made available on PC. So it simply put is yes, it can. So it'll be enabled by default and can be toggled off and on in the game settings, which one thing you gotta admit with RuneScape, and a lot of people gotta love with RuneScape, is they definitely give you options. So there's always plenty of options, which is absolutely fantastic. So now there is also going to be the buff bar priority improvements. So it says for now on, the buff bar will sort buffs into sections and display those sections in the order the most to least important. So the new is as follows: boss specific effects, defensive abilities, offensive abilities, status effects, boost, overhead prayers, utility prayers, invention perks, item effects, skilling bonuses, pet effects, and then finally the aura activation. So again, to make this clear, it is going from the most important down to the least important. So keep that in mind, guys. Combat XP timing. Currently, Combat XP is rewarded after a monster's death animation has played. This can be a bit confusing because you'd expect to get the XP the moment you finish killing the monster. So for now on, you'll get the XP when the monster hit points reach 0. So you won't have to worry about the animation, just whenever the hit points actually finally hit 0. It says there's actually more stuff going on in patch notes, which we will get to here pretty shortly. Up next, we have Twitch Prime. Don't forget to get your free 14 days if you are a Twitch Prime subscriber. You can actually link up your RuneScape and Twitch Prime accounts to get those 14 free days. As for live streams this week, we have May 19th at 1700 BST, which is the art showcase, and May 21st at 1700 BST, a new player experience with Mod Stew. And May 23rd at 1300 Game Time, featured streamer Littles. I gotta admit, I love the name Littles. Alright, so we have a modest list of patch notes here, so without any further ado, up first is Archeology again, sadly, but thankfully at the same time. It says Lady Ithel is now unable to upgrade augmented dragon tools, carrying across the augment and perks. So this means you can augment your dragon tool into crystal without having to worry about taking off all the augments and perks. The Matic of Time and Space can now be created using augmented Madocks. Players will be able to carry across the augments and perks from one of the Madocks used in creation. So if you had a favorite Madoc that you're using, let's say you're using the Mcamdo pickaxe, or the Mcamdo Madoc in this case, it'll actually carry over, so you don't actually have to worry about that anymore. The missing images in the Archeology journal have been added for the Armadillian, Zamorakian, and Ceradomus collection. And strong winds at Stormguard Citadel have knocked down pillars and dislodged a tree that was obstructing players' views of excavation points. The augmented Inquisitor staff can now be keepsaked. Volusia and Isuria realize they've misplaced items in the Zamorakian 3 collection and to the Zamorakian 4 collection, and vice versa. This mistake has been corrected. The various trophy and the Chaos Elemental trophy have been moved to Zamorakian 4, while the Possession Metal Sculpture and the Trishula and the Susaroth Piercing have been moved to Zamorakian 3. Some quick travel options have been added to entrances of the Infernal Source and Everlight dig sites. Activating all 8 Carat Shadow Anchors will now grant players a fast travel option to the Praetorium from the Carat entrance. A waste paper basket that Marvario accidentally left at the Archaeology Guild has been removed. The orientation of the Stormguard Citadel has been flipped to better reflect the world map. Players that have partially completed Slusky's endgame will now see Armadillo present in his tower if they meet the following criteria. The player has yet to receive the Ring of Solomon relic from Armadillo, and the player has the required archaeology level to receive the Ring of Solomon relic. The Calgarian Demon Familiar has been shrunk down to be less obstructive, which I'm sure a lot of you guys seen. It was a huge, and it was a massive demon. And fixes the fix an issue which caused white lines to appear throughout the Uncharted Isles. Fix an issue that was preventing Phone 6 from activating while mining, and fix an issue causing material storage information to display incorrectly on free-to-play worlds. And the other, combat XP is now awarded when the enemy reaches 0 rather than whenever it's, time for game over here. And then, improve the buff bar priorities buffs. We just went over that. Effects that are due to expire no longer shuffle to the front of the bar, but will continue to flash until they either expire or are refreshed. Walk marker toggle has been added for PC players. Remove the Easter event hub and the Easter eggs around the world. The keg of beer and sextant will no longer stall your movement when used. Players will no longer be able to remove items with combat stats from their tool belts while on Entrana. Icy Drygore longswords will no longer stretch and attach to 120 capes on the female character while in combat. Improve server performance by changing how factions invasions work within the Heart of Gielinor. And more fixes. Fix a presentation issue on mobile, which caused buffs with a timer/stacking value to clip. And fix an issue that could cause tutorial boxes to appear cropped off screen when transitioning from the game view to full screen UI on mobile. Fix an issue that could cause NPCs to open over on full screen UI, causing it to appear cropped on mobile. And fix an issue which caused the examined text on Rapper's chest of slang to be cropped on mobile. Fix a potential client crash or client error that occurred when a new player opened the wardrobe UI for the first time on mobile. That's horrible. Fix an issue where that caused disconnects when attacking the Black Golem during the Spirit of Illid quest using melee armor and weapons with armor spikes. That's actually good that got fixed. Well, everything's good when it gets fixed. Fix an issue that was causing a cutscene in Cabin Fever to be obstructed if the remove roofs setting was turned off. Fix an issue in the Legends quest that was causing Nezekichind to stretch when using magic attacks. Fix an issue where the Ring of Wealth message was displaying on rare drops at next without the player meeting the tier 3 and higher luck needed to affect the drop chances. So that's actually it for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to
like, share, subscribe down below. Until next time, later guys.